All right. So this next one is the tale of Jenny and Screech, the whole entire thing. All right, so we're gonna be sitting on this one for about maybe 20 or 30 minutes. But shout out to Ren, man. Ren has had such a successful year. Him and Knox Hill actually like hit 1 million subscribers around the same time. So they're pretty cool together. Shout out to Ren for putting out his album as well. I haven't copped it myself, but I've been thinking about copping it. But yeah, but let's get it. The Tale of Jenny and Screech.
It was a quiet, dark night in an empty street somewhere in London City. Jenny walked alone, she was dragging her feet. She was heading back home to sleep. Well, she knew this town, she knew this floor, because she walked it about 1,000 times before she wanted to escape. Can you blame? Well, on the very same night, in a different place, there walked this hooded young youth by the name of James. He was 14 years old and out of his brain, he'd been smoking ganja with the boys.
That cadence he's using, it sounds like an old sitcom.
In the feet, she was heading back home to sleep. Well, she knew this town, she knew this floor, because she walked it about 1,000 times before she
All right, thank you, Dion. Appreciate it.
Can you blame? Well, on the very same night, in a different place, there walked this hooded young youth by the name of James. He was 14 years old and out of his brain, he'd been smoking ganja with the boys. James, he grew up to be a kid of the street. His mates called him Screech, he was quick on his feet. He was a liar, a thief, at 14 years old, the devil had set his sights on his soul. As Jenny walked home all alone, she felt scared. Usually she was alright, but it was like there was something in the air. A divine intervention telling her to beware, maybe intuition bogging her and making her so scared. Sirens sounded in the distance to the beat of Jenny's feet. A symphony of the night that echoes crime on London streets. Jenny turns a corner, their eyes they meet. Our poor girl Jenny, a boy named Screech. Give me all your money, bitch, give it to me. If you cooperate, then you'll soon be free. I want your purse, your phone, don't fucking look at me. I mean it, bitch, are you listening to me? Jenny freezes.
So he kind of, even though this came out before High Ren, even though this came out before High Ren, he's using that same theme. Where for one character he used a lighter tone, but for a more aggressive character he uses more of aggressive kind of energy. So, all right, let's rock.
Statue like a lady shake stalactite, feel like liquid nitrogen in the dark night. She tried to find strength to move, but stayed as still as a statue in high-heeled shoes. What the hell you playing at? You playing games with me? I swear to fucking God, I'll slice the rosy off your cheeks. You think I don't mean it, girl? You don't know me. The last thing you see will be a boy code. Screech reached with the sheath of the blade, with the teeth that could bite through steel and slice concrete, and he swung possessed with the devil in his chest, and the statue she was turned to butter in her breath. It was a quiet, dark night in an empty street somewhere in London City. Jenny lay still on the cold concrete. She's found somewhere to sleep. Well, she knew this town, she knew this floor, 'cause she'd walked it about 1,000 times before. I guess that she escaped. It's such a shame.
Shoot. So okay. All right. I ain't gonna try to make sense. So wait a second. So now this bothers me. He said Screech's tail, right? And okay, so this is Jenny's tail. So he told the story from Jenny's side, so now he's going to tell it from Screech's side, maybe? Yeah, the song is like really, Jenny's version like is super brutal. Like it's a song of her stories. Like she got murdered at the end. Good grief.
Our story, it starts right at the end. At the life of poor Jenny, clocked out like Big Ben. This Screech.
Okay, so we're starting from right at the point from the last one. Okay, so
Clocked out like Big Ben. This Screech, dear boy, where did he go? He melted into the black night just like snow. Patrick, man, let me in, please open the door. I think I fucked up, Patrick, really fucked up, man, I'm not sure. I got crazy, left this lady lying still on the floor. I think I killed her, Patrick, come on, man, I can't knock no more.
Rin plays a really good
Screech
Spanish
kept on knocking
guitar.
till his knuckles became sore. But there's no sign of Patrick down at number 54. No refuge for our villain, for the bitter hands of fate, with something far more sinister in mind that does away. Hey, babe, are you in? Now, nothing really, I'm just a bit tired, listen. Can I swing around yours for a few moments? I just really miss you, babe. What the fuck do you mean you're busy? You fucking bitch, for fuck's sakes!
He trying
Siren
to create,
sounds approaching.
so he trying to create an alibi by saying like he's with his girl. But okay. So now you're running out of options.
Siren sounds approaching like a banshee in the night. The shrill cry of justice cutting like the sharpest knife. But Screech was never one to run, not one to miss a fight. One hand upon his blade, he turned to face the blue lights. Come on then, you fucking cunts, let's fucking have you then. I am Screech, I'm the boss, I'm the ender of men. You think that uniform you're wearing means that you own these streets? These are my fucking streets, and they call me fucking Screech. Richard was an officer who stood at 6'3", working London on the night shift. What he didn't think he'd see was a boy running at him like an animal possessed. With no time to hesitate, he fired 4 bullets at Screech's chest.
good camera work.
Our story, it ends right at the start. Young Screech and poor Jenny lying one street apart. An officer shaken by the boy that he claimed. Two bodies lay lifeless, and it's such a shame. It's such a shame.
Okay. Shouldn't that be the end of the story? I thought that, my first impression of this is like, I thought it was like going to be like two people journeying together, but they both passed on the first three songs. So we're talking about perspective. Like the first song was from Jenny's perspective. This one is from Screech's. I really thought this song would be about Screech's means of like getting to Jenny before that happened. But I understand now, because in Jenny's version, he was telling both sides how they met each other. So I had to eliminate that possibility. So Screech's is pretty straightforward. He just messed around. He was trying to get away. He didn't run. He got messed up. So where direction are we going in the third one? And based on what I see, the third one is actually the longest. So let's go to Violet. I recognize that tune. He's doing like some kind of folk sound. Dude, Ren really sounds like Michael Buckley. Like, I see the similarities now. Is that his name, Michael Buckley? I did a reaction to him like a month ago. I can see it now. Like, it's really apparent. Like, it's in your face. Jeff Buckley? Yeah.
London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington is fighting just to stay alive. Rhythmic beats and bloodstained sheets, Our Lady weeps, she's tired and frail. To set the scene, we must rewind the hands of time for Violet's tale.
All right. So if this one is called Violet, how does Violet relate to Jenny and Screech? Don't do something like Violet was the mother of Jenny and Screech and they were two estranged brothers and sisters and they know each other. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's my first inclination.
Bloodstained sheets, Our Lady weeps, she's tired and frail. To set the scene, we must rewind the hands of time for Violet's tale.
I like how he created that going back in time sound.
Violet was a silent girl, grew up with violent starts. Her mother was a drinker and her father was a bastard. Every night he took her tie but never left the room. I'll spare you with the things he did, I'm sure her mother knew. Violet was a silent girl, she moved out at 16. A semi-detached council flat, paid for by a welfare scheme. Packing shelves at Tesco, stacking jars like pickled bricks. She met a boy named Stevie and he was a little prick. Violet was a silent girl and Violet she fell fast. See, Stevie was a wrong un, but he sure knew how to charm her. Every night he took her tie but never left the room. History repeats itself, he'd paint her black and blue and dark. She never stood a chance. The devil comes.
Interesting. Shout out to Michael Hyland. Hey, appreciate that, man. Appreciate it.
Never stood a chance. The devil comes to dance. Violet, why are you always so quiet? On her bedroom door and he's irate. He's been drinking and smoking, he's up late. And he stands by her bedside, she shakes, but her eyes stay shut. You fucking slut, I know you're up. And he pinches her eyelids and folds them up. Violet, why are you lying to me, Violet? She stays silent, things turn violent. That's the sound of his fists when they fall like a crashing pilot. Hit like hail.
I like how he did that. Kind of mixed in a little bit of spoken word. Did like he's telling it. Yeah. I like that.
He's irate. He's been drinking and smoking, he's up late. And he stands by her bedside, she shakes, but her eyes stay shut. You fucking slut, I know you're up. And he pinches her eyelids and folds them up. Violet, why are you lying to me, Violet? She stays silent, things turn violent. That's the sound of his fists when they fall like a crashing pilot. Hit like hailstones, one to the collarbone, full force, full blown, blood's black bone, crack, knick, knack, paddywhack, one to the jaw when the tooth spat, detached fist connects and disconnects a bone. A quick deflect to misdirect the blow, but nonetheless his punches met her throat. Such a mess, he's left her bruised and broke. Violet, why you always so silent, Violet? Why you such a little liar, Violet? Do you think I wanna do this, Violet? In character, she stays silent. Well, say something, Violet. Silence. Fucking say something, Violet. Silence. Wait. Say something, Violet. Not one word. She stays quiet. London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington is fighting just to stay alive. The doctor, in a state of shock, saw something here so very wrong. See, Violet, she was pregnant. Poor Violet, she was 9 months gone. Turning to the doctor, Violet broke her silence and she cried, if I'm to die right here tonight, please let my baby stay alive. The doctor soon regained composure, called the surgeon to come in. As Violet's world turned to black, the curtains closed, the lights went dim. In London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington just lost the fight to stay alive. A tragedy or a miracle, it happened on these very streets. Two twins aligned side by side. a girl named Jenny, and a boy named Screech.
Oh, nah. Nah, dog. Oh. Dude, you gotta be kidding me. I called it. I stupid. I called it. I called it. Because we talk, like, he made references to things like throughout the whole series. Like, so if you tell a story, and this might be the way because like I love stories and I can kind of see little details that, okay, so if you're doing a story and there's 3 parts to a story, first 2 parts, both protagonists die, and then you got another one from a different perspective. So you see how they related to each other. So and then you start with, you know, she's in a cycle of violence. And then next thing you know, you got a brother and I called it. You know, in my first inclination was like she witnessed it, like, or she like she knew that these were her kids, but she ended up passing. That is a family curse. That's a curse. He really did mention like the cycle of violence. And that happens. Dude, there's many stories where that's happened. Like that happens. That's real life. And that's real life you really don't know. Like you'll never find stuff like that out. I freaking called it. Because, like I said, it's how you tell the story. If he wanted to trick me, he would have mentioned Violet in the beginning. Shades of Violet in each one, right? Then you might do something to where I might not expect it. But in the theme of a story, when 2 people die at the first 2 parts, the third one, since that's the longest, he telling the story behind it. The next thing you know, Violet is violence. The man, yeah. So I called it. But this was, I like the different phases in which he took us through, even just with the way he would stop, build that suspense, even with some of the spoken word he would do, kind of give us a little rhythm to that spoken word, and kind of had like an old McDonald had a farm flow. But I like this. Like Ren is an amazing storyteller, man. He's an amazing storyteller. He's an amazing storyteller. This song right here is a 20 out of 10 for real. This whole series, you know what I'm saying? But what do you guys think in the comment section? Post your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. Catch y'all at another one. All right. Peace.